Kevin, we continue with more huge news out of the basketball world and a developing story. The Sixers announcing today their star center Joel Embiid has a small meniscus tear.
Small.
It's small, though,
small.
but it's a tear in his right knee. He is out for tonight's potential closeout game against the Wizards. Embiid, who injured his knee in Wednesday's loss to Washington, is listed as day to day. And you talk about feeling the loss. During the regular season, the Sixers outscored their opponents by 12 points per 100 possessions when Embiid was on the floor. They've nearly tripled that number in their first-round series against the Wizards. However, when Embiid's been off the court, Philly's been outscored by nearly 8 points per 100 possessions. In short, they need that big guy. New on SportsCenter, Doc Rivers, pregame, talking about losing his big man.
Do you expect that you're going to get Joel back here at some point?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I don't know when, John, or at least I'm hopeful. I think that'd be a better way of putting it. He's going to do his treatment, and we're going to assess the day-to-day and see where we can get him.
All right, our senior NBA insider Adrian Wojnarowski is joining us now. Woj, what's going to play a major part in how soon Embiid could potentially return to action?
Elle, it's going to be how they're able to manage the swelling and the pain in that slight tear of the meniscus by Joel Embiid. That's their focus now in his treatment. And so it is going to be a day-to-day. There's no sense right now that he's going to have to be shut down with this injury. But how quickly can they make sure that there's no swelling, that the pain subsides, is going to dictate how soon he can return to the Sixer team.
Again, the Sixers have the benefit of 3 potential closeout games on their side. The same could not be said for the Lakers. How about AD dealing with that groin strain ahead of their elimination game tomorrow night?
Well, Anthony Davis just said just a few minutes ago that it's ultimately going to be up to whether the Lakers medical staff clears him for Game 6. Now, he came out for Game 5. He came out and tried to get that groin loosened up, wasn't able to. But I know what I'm told is if he can go, he's going to do everything he can to try to play in Game 6. Obviously, the season's on the line.
And lastly, in the same series, Chris Paul, we saw him re-injure his shoulder last night. Can you give us an update there?
Elle, I'm told that Chris Paul is going to be available. That injury last night was not necessarily a long-term setback. He's going to have to continue to play with some discomfort, and you've seen at different points in this series, it's elevated, it's declined at different times. This is something he's just going to have to play with, and he's shown the last couple games he's been able to play pretty well with it.
The coaches at home might say it was head-scratching as to why he was even still in a game with his team up 33 points, but hindsight is 20/20, and in this case, foresight too.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.